Everybody, I hope you're doing well. Look on the screen. This is a teacher, Mr. Darius Williams in Houston, HISD, the Houston Independent School District. And I'm just going to play an excerpt. He has gone viral. His eyes are red. Why? The teacher's crying. The handwriting is on the wall. Let's go ahead and play the clip. Why is this teacher, the video of the teacher going viral? Why is it on the screen? Check it out. And school just started.
This is only day 2, and I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write.
So wait a second. He's saying it's only day 2 of school. School started what? Tuesday? And he has seniors, they're about to this is their final year to graduate, prom, hopefully attend college, get a trade. You're supposed to, you're preparing to go out into the world. Go out into the world. And he's a teacher. What's the issue?
And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it.
So what do you say? 2 paragraphs. And here's the sad reality. People blow my mind. Sure, life be life. But here's the sad reality. The teacher gives a darn about the kids more than a darn parent. The teacher is the one that's crying. We're the parent. How the heck are you a teenager? How are you a senior and cannot read? Sitting up here raising it sounds like a generation of functioning illiterates. And see what's been happening. There's no discipline. And for some of these parents, let's not try to play this game. You see this person, you ain't that dang busy. Your kid can't read. Can the parent read? This is what happens when schools becomes a babysitter. This is what happens when people have children. They just get, and they don't value them. That's what I said. They don't, sometimes they just, a pregnancy just happened. Oops. This is what happens when you don't understand life, or you clearly don't give a darn. You have a child that can't read. This is what happens when a school becomes a babysitter. A generation of functioning illiterates. Counting on a low-wage job, good luck with that. If the people that know how to read, understand life, and know how to comprehend, if they're finding it challenging, who do you think is going to value a functioning illiterate? There will be no factory job waiting for you. Gee, you may have to read the manual. Wow. Seniors. And this man is more concerned than a parent, because if you were a parent, it wouldn't have got this darn far. Where the hell they do this at? But I bet they know how to get their joystick, play games, latest dances. The cowboy quarter tour is over. What you gonna do? Not even prepared for life. Don't understand the basics. And see, this is what happens. You can't tell people anything. And especially, a lot of parents, they got this thing, oh, it's my child, my child. What kind of job are you doing? I should never gave birth. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. You think you do. Either you don't love your kids, or the parents just dumb and lazy. Heck, it might be all 3. This is just not acceptable. I cannot. What the hell are the parents? What are the parents doing? Seniors.
Day two. And I have
So day two. And this is an older gentleman. He knows what you need in life to make it. You don't even have the basics down. So if you can't read, how are you going to fill out an application online or in an office? To do what? How are you going to read a manual? To do what? What you going to do? Sitting at home waiting on a program to save you? Good luck, Chuck. Those programs have been cut. I've been saying the programs people are relying on are not going to be there. And this is the first time I've heard of underperforming. How you're in high school and you're at 3 and 5th grade level. Oh my God. This right here. Here's unbelievable. What he said.
This is only day two. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, they couldn't do it.
So how the heck is he supposed to teach them? Looks like we're back at CJ and Ron. Looks like we're sitting up here a senior and may not be able to navigate or read the Captain Hat book. So what the heck is he supposed to do with a curriculum? And then don't forget they want to blame the teachers for everything. Let me guess. I bet it's the teacher's fault that those children can't read. What the hell is this? I saw a video of Dr. Umar, and I found it strange. He was saying people that don't have books in their home. Man, I got too many darn books. Books in the garage. I mean, they're in the knives in a box. How the hell you... Child of books that I love to read. That's how I grew up. When I was growing up, we had to read out the newspaper New Report. When I was growing up, when school was out, guess what? School was out, but the library was in because the mothers were at home working while the fathers worked. And every summer, it was the library club. Yes, indeed. And then when we got older, we didn't have to do it. But growing up, like 1st grade and around, 2nd grade, 5th grade, girl, the library club. You have to go to the mothers. You have to go to the library and pick out some books. And then once a month at the library club, they would break out in groups. Now you wouldn't, and they would have each mother in a circle. It's like, okay, you're going to be over here, but you wouldn't have your own child. So you would break out in groups. And then it would be someone else's mother, and you would talk about the book. Okay, what did you read? Tell me about that book. And it would be like, it wasn't a large group. It was like 5 or 6 kids. So it was like, and then it'd be a mom over here, 5 or 6 kids, and a mom over there. So that's how they would do it. But you would never have your own child. And I never forget it. I thought I was slick. I was in my room playing. And I picked the book, and I hadn't read the book. And when the woman asked me about the book, I was looking at it and just making up some stuff from the title of it. Let's say it was Jack and the Beanstalk or something, just for example. I don't recall what the book was. And I was like, the boy had a tree and he was climbing the tree. And the mother kept pressing me very nicely. So what? Okay. And so what is about the book, And I didn't have much to say. And she knew I didn't read that book. And she went to my mother and said, seems she didn't read the book. And, so she dined me out. And my mom was like, so you didn't read that book because the lady told me you didn't read the book. So you know what I had to do? I had to go in that room. It wasn't no radio going, no dancing going on. I had to read that book and do a book report at home. But that was the only time other than that, I did. But yeah, I did mess up that one time. I was a kid. Cut me some slack. It was a summertime. We used to like to turn the radio on, and look in the mirror and dance, hop around, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. But anyway, how you don't read. So what's been happening? The teachers, you can't get the parents involved because the parents don't give a darn. Yes, I said it. The parents don't give a darn. It wouldn't have got this far. Is your child dyslexic? This is not dyslexic. This right here is just laziness. So what happens? A lot of times, and my best friend is a teacher, by the way, a lot of times you sit up here, you cannot communicate with these parents. Oh, they want to go ahead and pull up on you. Go ahead and pull up you when you're functioning illiterate. This right here is darn child abuse. So what's happening? The teacher can't sit up here and start, okay, you about what, 16? Let's start with Cat in the Hat book. They got a whole curriculum plan. So what's been happening? The teachers, for safety, because let's not pretend some of these parents are acting darn nuts, want to get violent for the teachers. So what's happening? Teachers just kick it down the can. If they can't read, are you supposed to be like at trig at this age? Calculus? And I've been out for decades. What's the play in here? So how is the teacher supposed to have a curriculum and then follow through and you wonder why they leave? What the hell you being there for? You're blamed for everything. So how is this man supposed to follow through on his curriculum when they can't even read? He don't have time to go back for Cat in the Hat book. Can you spell resume? Stop sitting up there. I got my resume. I got my resume. No, it's resume. I got my resume. I'm not trying to be funny. That's how ridiculous it is. You ever seen a person that's got it all wrong, but you can't tell them nothing? That's how some of these parents are, and so are these kids. Well, go on up there with your resume, and you're just gonna resume out the door with no job. I got my resume. How they gonna put one together? How are you gonna get it? This is crazy to me. I went to a place and I know it was a lot of poverty there. I noticed one thing and I said, look at this here. I don't want to call it out. I said, what the hell is this? And I realized, I said, a lot of these people driving around here, what's going on? Everybody front bumper missing? I knew what it was. It makes sense. These are functioning illiterates sitting up here don't have a license. Why the hell do you don't near 30 years old don't have a license? Just start driving. And it occurred to me these fools can't read. And it is foolish of you in this. What? I'm like, what? I said, look at it. The front bumper. What's all of this? Oh, and they go out and get to drinking and can't drive. I said, this is a lot of young men I'm seeing. I said, look, front bumper to up, front bumper, front bumper. Wow. It's crazy. But I'm sure some of the parent, you can't tell them anything. I'm sure some of the parent got time for the IG. But it's the teacher's fault for everything. Let me guess. It's the teacher's fault that the kids can't read. Poor parenting. This is child abuse. And what the heck is a teacher supposed to do with you? Can't read out the Cat in the Hat book. So what's been happening? Just kicking it on down the can. The teacher's not a miracle worker. You can't have it's challenging enough to have somebody, let's say in fifth grade, and gotta take you back to first grade. Now we're sitting up here a senior and can't even read. Who's to blame? The parenting. The parent. This is not a teacher's fault, honey. The teachers are to teach. What the hell is going on in the home? This man cares more about the kids than the parents do. It wouldn't have gotten this far. But I bet some of those parents, I bet they got the IG, they got the latest gear. A parenting fail. These kids are lost, and that's it. You might as well, it's over. unless somebody comes in. And see, a lot of times situations like this here, there's no structure in the home, and I don't care what you say. A lot of these parents are ignorant as hell. That's why this happened. The hell you mean you can't read? These parents, I'm gonna call it out. I hate all this. We gotta be all politically correct. The parents are ignorant as hell. Yo silly behind should have never given birth. You and your man. They can with your homeboy. Life exists more outside your homeboy. You can't read, and it's for some of the girls too, I'm quite sure. But it's probably more men than women. I bet it's more boys than girls that can't read.
And I have seen
This man, you can hear the come. He feel because he know it's a wrap. When you can't even read. Teacher Darius Williams, this man cares more about the kids than the parents.
Here's part of what he said. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it.
Who's in charge of the home? You might as well accept defeat. Anyway, this has gone a little longer than I anticipated. This teacher cares more than the parent. This is a parenting fail. Oh, and I'm sure you would have pushed some of these parents up. I bet they'll be ready to come for you and be all defensive. Oh, unbelievable. To me, it's child abuse. To me, this is a senior. This is child abuse. The wrong ones having kids. Don't know what parenting is. Let me know what you all think about this atrocity. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. Wow. It's crazy.